Towards the end of 2018, we met with Pastor Henry in a building that was later to become our first church building. Pastor Henry had found this building in a state that was not so good. It had been vacant for over 15 years and it was not in a good shape at all. But the landlord allowed us to use it as long as we were able to renovate it, which we agreed. At that time, a lot was very unclear. We didn't know what was going to become of the church, but one thing that was very clear to us is that Pastor Henry was very firm on his objective of creating a church that was going to become an impact, to be of impact to the community. So we began preparing the place, and on the 6th of January in 2019, we held our first service, and Community Life Church was birthed in that building.
It was a really humble service with about 25 to 30 people in attendance, including the serving team. Our second was called Ignition Service, and in that service we invited Levikson as a guest artist. That was a way of boosting attendance. Well, the attendance was much better. As a church that's been called to create impact in the community, we have had campaigns, or call them outreaches, where we reach out to the community in different ways or different campaigns. During the Easter season, we had Kukuya Pascha, where we reached out to families with chicken. We know that in such seasons, many families prepare meals with chicken as a delicacy, and yet not so many can afford it. We also went ahead to have a free medical clinic and a road safety campaign where we reach out to border cyclists and provide them with tools to ensure road safety.
At the beginning of 2020, I remember we were happy to celebrate and thank God for our first anniversary. But 2 months down the road, the lockdown came, and that would make everyone think that a young church, 1 year, and then the lockdown, you'd think that was the end of it. But then the Lord had other plans for us. Through the effective communities, which we call ECs, we were able to meet as a church in different homes, small groups meeting in different homes, and we had pre-recorded sermons that were already shared in those homes, and we continue to meet as a church. But even then, we did not forget the community. We were able to reach out to the people in the community, especially those that were had basic needs, and here our pastors took the lead, reaching out to people, delivering food and everything that they needed. So we're very happy to continue that way.
Amidst the chaos of COVID-19, you can imagine, there was an opportunity that came up for us to buy land in the Lunguja community. And once again, Pastor called upon all the leaders and all the members to put their faith together and believe for that land. That land was to cost us 230 million shillings. And we were supposed to pay that money within 60 days. So you can imagine there was a lot of pressure for us to get that money together. Actually, we themed that season Faith Under Pressure. And we were called upon to raise 1 month's salary, each of us to bring forward 1 month's salary so that we can raise that money. During that season, we saw a lot of miracles, financial miracles coming through for the members of the church. We were able to raise a lot of money, and people came alongside us, and within the 60 days we were able to raise the whole 230 million shillings. As you can imagine, Community Life Church now has a home in the Lunguja community, and we prepared the land, and we were able to move in on the 14th of February 2021. We held the first service at our home in Lunguja community.
In Lunguja community, we have really experienced the power and love of God. We have continued reaching out to different communities with different campaigns. For instance, Kilos of Love, where we have been and continue to be a blessing to the border cyclists. Our effective communities have multiplied across Rubaga and continue to grow with salvations and discipleship of people.
Through the years, God has been so faithful to us as a church. In 2020, during the COVID-19 lockdown, we bought our first property. And God has been so faithful in that area. In 2021, we moved in and we found favor in this area. God has given us a good name, and the people in the community have so many good things to say about us. 2022 and 2023 were years of expansion and Godspeed. And we saw Godspeed and expansion in our ECs, that is the effective communities, and the planting of Community Church Buloba. Right now, we are 600 members. Remember, we started with 25 in 2019, growing up to 600. That is a combination of Lunguja campus and Buloba campus. So we've seen that growth. At the moment, in 2024, it's a year of restoration, and we've already seen the restoration of people's properties, that is in land, restoration of relationships, restoration of families, and relationship with God.
From 30 members, January 6th, 2019, to approximately or slightly over 600 church members today, 2024. With 94 effective communities, 94 leaders, and slightly over 100 people that serve here at Community Life Church. From a rented property and now to a home or a property of our own. From one campus now to 2 campuses. Truly, He is a God of wonders, as Job chapter 9 verse 10 declares.
Today we would like to thank everyone who has stood with us as we write this story. We appreciate all the prayers, we appreciate the support, and we appreciate your generosity coming alongside us as we build the kingdom of God. Thank you.
In the next few years, God is going to double and triple what He has done in 5 years. Don't you forget, He's a God of wonders, and you and I are going to be used to continue to write this story. So today we want to say thank you and God bless you.
Community Life Church, touching heaven, changing earth.